Coming up next on This Week in Torrance, it's long been a part of the grocery shopping experience, but in many cities it may soon be gone. We'll tell you about the plastic bag ban. And we'll find out if it's the right time to buy or rent a home. Then we'll take you to the best place to buy art and enjoy the outdoors. Plus, we'll share the secrets of longevity from a 108-year-old Torrance resident. These stories and much more just seconds away. Your local news starts right now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain. Here are your top stories. San Bernardino has filed for bankruptcy. They became the third California city to choose Chapter 9 bankruptcy protection in just a matter of weeks. The Southern California city of about 210,000 will also become the second largest in the nation ever to file. The Northern California city of Stockton became the biggest when it filed on June 28th. The much smaller city of Mammoth Lakes also declared bankruptcy on July 3rd. San Bernardino soared economically during the housing boom and suffered accordingly after the crash. They reportedly only had $150,000 in funds when they filed. Here are some highlights from the most recent City Council meeting. Council members Jean Barnett, Pat Fury, and Susan Rillinger officially began their newest terms in office. Barnett, Fury, and Rillinger all ran unchallenged in the last municipal election this past June. All three council members are starting their second four-year terms in office. They were first elected to their seats in 2008. Council adopted two resolutions for a fund exchange with the City of Duarte. Money will come from Torrance's general fund in the amount of $95,000. In exchange, Torrance will receive $143,000 in community development block fund grants. This is a common occurrence among cities. Torrance will add that money to existing funds that will then be used for sidewalk repair and handicap accessibility. Santa Monica Airport has decided not to divert their weekend flights to other municipal airports, and cities like Torrance are breathing a sigh of relief for now. Mayor Frank Scotto and several area residents complained to the Santa Monica City Council when they announced plans to shift noisy weekend air traffic from their own airport. Part of the plan would have paid weekend flight schools to take their repetitive and noisy training elsewhere. But the cities that may have been affected by Santa Monica's plan, including Torrance, Hawthorne, and Compton, don't think this issue has been laid to rest. Mayor Scotto says officials should expect this idea to return in the future. Well, if you're a driver who discovers too late that you've parked in a space with a broken meter, you won't get a ticket. A new state law, which goes into effect on January 1st, lets drivers park at broken meters for the posted time limit without the threat of a ticket. State law will also require that local authorities must post rules if parking at broken meters is restricted. So for drivers who find themselves parking in spots with old coin-only meters, tickets will not be issued if the device is broken. But today, in many cities, high-tech meters have replaced those old meters that could easily break from jammed coins. These new credit card meters also warn motorists they need to pay whether the meter works or not, meaning if the meter is broke, they need to park somewhere else. Well, artists and art lovers recently gathered at Columbia Park for a monthly event. Reporter Jay-Z Jeans takes us there.
The Art in the Park Fair is an artist and art lover's dream. Crafters Guild members come together to showcase their products on the first Sunday of every month. For many members, crafting is much more than just a hobby.
It's always been a part of my life. Some of the things that I've made here are made with a machine that belonged to my grandmother.
This fair is unique because all of the items offered are handmade.
The nice thing with handmade is that you know there's not going to be another 50 or 100 out there someplace that somebody else has the same exact thing.
Event organizer Tom Truelove feels that events like this are invaluable to artists like himself.
It gives me exposure, it allows people to see my work, hopefully purchase it, and also, gives me a good outlet.
You'll find all kinds of items at this craft fair, from potato warmers to gemstone jewelry. Above all, these crafters strive to create things that buyers will need, want, and appreciate for years to come.
I enjoy the fact that the cats love them so much. That's what makes me happy, is that people buy them and I know that their cats just absolutely love these toys.
For This Week in Torrance, I'm Jay-Z Jeans.
Thank you, Jay-Z. The Torrance Crafters Guild is an all-member club sponsored by the City of Torrance. For more information, visit the city's website at torranceca.gov. And these streets may be empty now, but come July 19th, they'll be filled with Torrance residents rocking the block. July 19th is the annual city event, this year renamed Rock the Century for the city's centennial, and everyone is invited to join in on the fun taking place on Post Avenue between Cravens and Sartori. View classic cars, enjoy burgers and milkshakes from In-N-Out, and enter hula hoop and bubblegum blowing contest. For more information, visit torrancehistoricalsociety.org or call 310-328-5392. Coming up, we'll help settle the buying versus renting debate. And we'll tell you why some cities are banning a product many shoppers love.
Something's not right.
My first symptoms were
constant tingling in my toes.
My legs, sometimes they'll go numb.
Double vision. They said you have multiple sclerosis.
Well, the beginning is the hardest time.
Kind of had to get a grasp on reality.
I had to adapt and change very rapidly.
I had to learn how to drive with my hands. Yeah, that was interesting.
I was a dancer. I don't see walking the way I walk any different than doing a dance. It just looks different. It's a different dance.
You see me have an off day, it doesn't take away from who I am.
A symptom may cause you not to be able to do that anymore. And at one point, I wasn't able to do any of those.
But I would exercise every day.
Since I've been cycling, it's definitely helped my walking.
To make a lot of changes in my life and just adapt to it.
I'm going to acknowledge its presence. I'm not going to discount it. But at the same time, I'm going to try my best to not let it stop me.
It's a fantastic opportunity to be working together with a common goal of curing MS. And sharing is the key.
Think you found every hazard out here today? Think again. The spot you missed could be a killer. That spot on your skin could be skin cancer. Fact is, if you're a man over 50, you're in a group most likely to develop skin cancer, including melanoma, the kind that kills one person every hour. 1 in 5 Americans is likely to develop a form of skin cancer during their lifetime. That's why your best shot is to check for a spot. It's easy. Follow through and check your skin. It could be the save of a lifetime. Go to spotskincancer.org to find out how. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
In this unpredictable housing market, some may be wondering whether now is the right time to buy a home. Reporter Jay-Z Jeans has the story.
After the housing market slump, many potential home buyers turn to renting. However, the agents at Forecast Realty suggest that there are many things to consider before deciding whether to rent or buy. For more than 30 years, Forecast Realty owner Roger Hart has seen the ever-fluctuating housing trends. He understands why renting property has become so popular. Roger believes some buyers are regrouping either after losing their home or saving to make a competitive down payment.
The banking system has become very complex and difficult to get loans, even though the interest rates are historically low.
Roger says that renting is the best option for someone that isn't ready to settle down.
If you have a short-term goal, if you're not going to stay in an area at least 5 years or longer, it would be better to rent the home than try to purchase, because we go through trends that tend to cycle every 7 to 10 years.
On the other side, broker associate Stephanie Hart says that right now is the best time to buy a home because the cost of homes and interest rates are at an all-time low.
I think a lot of people are also expecting the prices to start ebbing up, and they're going to jump in on that before it goes to where they can't afford a home again.
Stephanie says that buyers can ease their reservations about buying a home by preparing themselves ahead of time.
The first step is really to run your credit. 1 out of 4 credit reports will have an error on it that will make you no longer qualify for buying a home.
She says that getting pre-qualified by a lender will give buyers leeway on negotiating their mortgage, but the rule of thumb is to set the mortgage payment at 25% of the household income. And besides down payments, buyers should be prepared for unpredictable expenses.
The thing I see over and over again that buyers weren't prepared for is sewer lines, the main lines, and that's a $10,000 expense. And it's something that a traditional home inspection won't look at.
Both Roger and Stephanie agree that buying a home is one of the most important personal and financial decisions to make. They say that right now is a great time to buy a home, but only if you are prepared for the challenges of owning a home. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Jay-Z Jeans.
Thank you, Jay-Z. And while there are still conflicting reports on the market's rebound, many experts agree home prices are no longer going down. A new marketing report shows that housing prices in the South Bay and LA area are slowly on the rise. That same report states that overall, home prices nationwide may have stabilized. In many cities and counties, those plastic bags you get at the store are going the way of the dinosaur. Reporter Jay-Z Jeans tells us more about the plastic bag ban.
As the plastic bag ban spreads across Southern California cities, Torrance retailers are preparing for the changes it may bring. The plastic bag has long been a staple of grocery shopping, but it is quickly becoming a relic across LA County. The plastic bag ban was created to help reduce pollution linked to plastic products. While the ban has not yet made it to Torrance, Super A Foods grocers have 4 stores that will start the ban in less than a year. And General Manager Dave Rand has a plan to help shoppers with the transition.
We'll try and do some things with some recyclable bags, the canvas bags, to help them get ahead of it and be prepared so that when it does happen, if they're not interested in paying the fee for the paper bags, they'll have an alternative.
When the ban takes effect, shoppers will be offered paper grocery bags at 10 cents per bag. While some shoppers welcome the change, others wish there was a different solution.
Well, I think it'll be good for the environment. I think that people just have to get used to bringing their reusable bag with them to the store.
If they put the trash in and they tie it up and put it in the big barrel, it would eliminate all the bags from going to the ocean.
Rand says the plastic bag ban is a good way to promote recycling, but he believes the ban would be more successful if it was statewide.
We're hoping that the state of California would get together and come up with a mandate so that we can all be on the same page and we can all do the same things, and that way the customers understand that it's something that the whole state is trying to accomplish.
So far, more than 40 California cities and counties have adopted the ban. Rand says that educating shoppers about the ban and available alternatives is key.
I think people just need to be aware that recycling is important, and as grocery companies are part of that process, and along with all the other retailers that are giving bags out when you buy products at their stores.
For This Week in Torrance, I'm Jay-Z Jeans.
Thanks, Jay-Z. For a list of cities affected by the plastic bag ban, visit lacounty.gov. Coming up after the break, we'll tell you how you can be part of an upcoming parade.
Winston, just one more inning, Grandma.
Ever notice how many things today kids can do without actually moving? A whole lot of things their parents used to do the hard way. So many kids' activities today seem to leave out the activity part, which makes exercise even more important for children. In fact, new research tells us the best time to enhance bone development is during childhood and adolescence. And just getting children to walk an extra 35 minutes a day could spare them the pain of thinning bones later in life. Healthy bones come from healthy habits. Encourage your kids to get up, get out, and get moving.
Hello. Hey, Grandma, how about another grape soda?
A public service message on building strong bones for kids from the Pediatric Orthopedic Society of North America and the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
What you doing, Dad?
My favorite thing.
Really, Dad, what are you doing?
Paying bills. Every month a stack of them come, just as regular as the rain.
What's this one?
That's a special one, son. I pay it first.
How come?
It's money for my retirement account. I put some money aside each month just like I was paying a bill.
Wouldn't you rather buy something?
I don't want to work forever, and I don't want you to have to support me in my old age. In a way, I'm buying peace of mind. I'm on the installment plan.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
That moment?
It was a moment that changed my life. I'd been training with my team for months, and now we had been called up for the first time. The real deal. Wildfires were getting dangerously close to homes. At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is to my community.
See how the Guard can be an important part of your life at NationalGuard.com.
Celebrate the past, present, and future of Torrance by participating in the Downtown Torrance Centennial Parade on Sunday, September 16th. The city will hold the Centennial Parade, time capsule ceremony, and the dedication of the Centennial Plaza. If you'd like to be in the parade, fill out an application by August 16th. Service clubs, businesses, and volunteers are all encouraged to apply. Visit the Centennial website at torrancecentennial.org for more information. And finally, a Torrance resident celebrated a big birthday recently, and despite her age, she still has maintained a wry sense of humor about longevity. Reporter Alexa Sita has the story.
You are Mayor of the City of Torrance. You are the mayor. Put your arm around me.
Maybe it's her sense of humor, or maybe it's her positive attitude.
I enjoy every minute of the day, of every day that I'm alive. So don't wish me anything else.
Or maybe it's just plain attitude.
How old are you today?
108.
Wow.
Is that all right with you? 108?
Yes.
Or do you want me to be 109?
After more than a century of living, everyone that meets Armand Mollet wants to know her secret for reaching her 108th birthday. And for them, she has a brief but profound answer.
It's just with God. You ask God. Talk to God. God knows, but I don't.
What she also may not know is how much of an impact she's had on those around her.
She's really funny. Every time I want to complain, I think about Armand, and then I get a smile on my face.
She's just so full of wisdom and laughter, so we just feel like she's a true gift.
My birthday is everything I can hope for. I've lived this long.
For Torrance City Cable, I'm Alexa Sita.
Thanks, Alexa. Armand had a career in the cosmetics industry. She lived in San Bernardino up until 10 years ago when she moved to Torrance. And Armand is 7 years shy of being the oldest living American. That title is held by Bessie Cooper of Georgia, who is 115 years old. And that's going to do it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain. If you've missed any portion of our show, you can catch us again at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.